Welcome. It's time for Friday Night Marketing. We're gonna rock. We're gonna roll. Rock and roll. Get real and bold. Come on, join the show now. It's about to unfold. Get raw, get real, get results now. We're the latest feel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight. Get real, get results now. We're the latest feel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight. In the spotlight, feel the fever. Every pitch and quest. Dreams are big, get bigger tonight. Push the limits, reach new heights. So grab your seat, don't blink an eye. 'Cause Friday night will touch the sky. Welcome. It's time for Friday Night Marketing Raw.
Let me unmute. That will help, wouldn't it? Cut the tariffs. It's Friday night. Welcome, Friday Night Marketing Raw. And no one else has shown up yet. I hope they do. Otherwise, it's going to be a very quick show. The link is go on the bottom, man. It's in the chat if you want to join us on camera. Here comes Ellie. There's Ellie. Let's bring Ellie in. Hello.
Hello,
Ellie. Good to see you. Good week.
Okay week.
Okay, well, we'll settle for okay. That's all right. Mine's been a bit like that, to be honest. But then I've had a lot going on, I never complain about it, because one of the reasons I do what I do is to give me the time freedom so that when I'm needed to go and deal with other things, I can. But it has come right on top of getting ready to do a launch, which isn't helpful, but not that it's a launch, it's really a rollout. Can't call it a launch. We're not doing a JV campaign or anything.
Oh, you mean the traffic thing?
Yeah, we're going to soft launch it. We'll soft roll out to initially because we need to stress test it a little bit more. Oh, sorry, press the wrong button. Bring Polka in. He's there. It looks very dark. Where Polka? There's the Polka.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I hope the
Early
rain
today.
starts because my allergy hit through this week and I was doing nothing. I was so under medication I had to take hard ones, which makes you a little bit dizzy and tired. So I really enjoyed this week because I saw everything through a wall of 1 yard of pink cotton candy.
Well, it's certainly been a bit warm here the last couple of days. I'm not complaining about it, but it just means that I've been taking the afternoons off. So, but even now, at just gone 10 o'clock, I've got the windows open and it's still plenty warm enough in here. So, well, I've had a quick look. I've already, there's been nothing this week that's really happened in the world of marketing that I've noticed. I know I've been busy, but there hasn't been much in the way of launches. But what has come out, people have contacted me about, and I've taken one look at it and gone, it's just a so what product. Steve Meller.
Hello.
How has your week been?
Tiring, actually. I've finished the spring cleaning. It's taken a month, but
Well done.
Everything has come out of the room. Everything has gone back into the room. That's why it's taken so long.
Yeah, I need to do that level
massive.
of spring clean on this room because it is so ridiculous now. But
it got to the point this week was the computer. So I've not had a computer for most of the week whilst I've been clearing things up. And when I put it all back together, the sound stopped working. So I've had to get a new audio interface, which I wasn't planning on doing. But it is what it is. But yeah, it's all done now. I'm very happy that it's done, and that means I can get on with stuff that I've kind of been putting off a bit until it was done. Because one of the things I find is that working in a nice and tidy and neat environment actually helps a hell of a lot. You're not going, oh, but I've got this pile of paper that I need to tidy up now.
Yeah, my desk is awful at the moment. I can barely see the desk. And it is just clutter. A lot of it's stuff that shouldn't even be on the desk. I'm like, but there you go.
I don't know about you. I get to a point where I haven't done it for such a long time, and then I go, okay, I have to do it now, and it is such a big job. Which is what this is.
Which is why I'm putting it off now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like this is going to take a couple of hours. This isn't a 10-minute tidy up. This is going to be, and that's just to get the desk sorted. Never mind the rest of it. So, but yes, there you go. I've got stuff. Yeah. So I've just been between, a lot of family stuff that's taken me away from my work.
Of course.
Yeah, it's been a week.
It has been, as you say, a week.
It really has. I was just saying before you came on, there's been very little going on that I can tell, though. I've had people hit me up, and I've kind of taken one look at it and gone, yeah.
I got a message from Randy today. Him and John Thornhill have put together a load of GPTs that they're selling.
Yeah.
And I looked at that and I thought, isn't that exactly what Stefan did a month ago? And I can't see that it's any better, or I'm not sure.
I don't know that it's about being better or anything. I looked. Do you honestly what my biggest put off was? Wasn't the product, wasn't people behind it, because it was. I went there and it went. We're on ClickBank, and I just went. My ClickBank account got so dormant they closed it. I haven't bothered opening another one. There's been nothing I want to promote on ClickBank in forever, and now I'm like looking at it going, well, People
Well,
wanna
that's the
do it.
problem, isn't it? Yeah.
I just
And this
can't
is
be asked
this
to
is
fill out the forms and jump through the hoops.
this is why I've looked at stuff like Digistore and thought, but are people actually going to promote it if I put stuff on there? Because I know some people have done it. I don't necessarily know.
I
that
honestly
they've done
think it
well.
doesn't matter what the platform is. What matters is what the process of getting onto that platform is like. One of the things I like
Yes, definitely
Thrive
that makes a big difference.
is it's
Yeah.
very easy to sign up as an affiliate because the process is just click a button, fill out a very simple form, and you're in.
And you're done. Yeah.
Whereas I don't know what ClickBank's like now, but last time it was name, address, and then to get paid, you've got to put all these other freaking details.
All the other details in again, yeah.
And you can't get links unless you've got this set up and you verified your ID. And I'm just like, I just can't be fucked.
I had a thing last week where I had some money in Zoo. Don't use Zoo normally. Don't promote much on Zoo normally because again, it hasn't had the stuff on there that I wanted to promote. I had a bit of money and it was enough to actually go, all right, well now I'm going to take the money out. And it's so many hoops that you've got to jump through just to get the money that you've already earned out. And once you've done that, I had a problem with it actually because they sent it to my Wise account and it did end up in my Wise account and they had to come back and take it. And that's obviously it's not their fault. It's something that will probably happen occasionally, but it's another barrier to feeling comfortable with using a platform. And every time you switch to a different platform, you get exactly the same thing.
Well, this is the thing. For a long time with Zoo, it was fine if you were already an existing person. And then they started saying everyone's got to be whatever that KYE thing is.
Yep.
So, and I was like,
but they also they do the rolling reserve thing, which is fine. I get why they do it, but if you've got money in there that is over the date that you would normally, well, let's say 90 days. Why in God's name is there still a rolling reserve on it? It doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah. I'm like, I mean, I did the KYE thing because in the end, I said, but it was Dan that comes on.
Yeah.
And he said, I said, oh, the only problem with Zoo now is the last thing I promote for you, I haven't been paid for. I said, and that's not your fault. I said, but I realized they stopped. I hadn't noticed. I just realized. I suddenly thought, I'm sure I should have had some money from Zoo by now. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be like it wasn't. We're not talking thousands, so it wasn't. It was. I was owed like I don't know $200-300. I think was sat there.
Yeah,
because I have mine set to when it goes over 100, do a payout.
Sure.
Because I don't put much through Zoo, literally. So I'd done Dan's promotion. I'd earned a few $100s. But it hadn't paid out. And then when I went in, it was like, oh, you've now got to do this. And I'm like, so I click on it. It goes, you got to pay $5 and I just went, fuck you then. I've been a customer. Yeah. You are a platinum flipping affiliate. You're a this, that, and the other. You've been with us since, I've got a 4-digit flipping JV code. It's like, and they've trusted me up until now, but now suddenly anyway, Dan just contacted Simon Harries and just went, don't cost me an affiliate. And so they gave me the verification thing. I still had to do it though. So I get my bloody passport out and it's a faff. And
it is a pain. I did it for that. I did it for Warrior when it did it. I mean, I don't mind the fact that you've got to do it really because there is some safety stuff in the back of it. But again, it's that other barrier to entry. And every time you put one of those in the way.
This is the first product that I would even barely consider on ClickBank in the last 5 years. And I'm like, do I really want to make a ClickBank account just to promote it? And
just to do that.
Short answer is no, I don't. And you're right, there are other things that are like it. I mean, obviously, the higher end of the funnel was just them trying to get you into the coaching thing. And,
sure.
But I will say that Randy comes up with some good ideas and it's executed well and everything. I just don't know. I didn't really feel that offer was something I'd want to.
I still haven't promoted Soren's thing. So for me, it was do I want to promote that as someone who's done a lot of AI stuff, and most of my audience is AI? Are they going to benefit from it? B, which one, and which one's going to be better for them? And then C, can I really be bothered at the moment? I've got to start sending out emails again because they haven't heard from me for a month, which I don't normally wait that long until I, send an email out at least. But
Yeah,
it's just been nothing out there,
At least send them a mail that you're still alive.
Oh yeah.
That's nothing you can assume nowadays.
I said that to Randy earlier. I said I haven't mailed anything this last month, and I said I'll look at his products and everything. And he said, well, "You've got a mail. You're a proper marketer now. Even tell them what's happening in your life." I'm not doing anything. I'm sat in a room and I'm looking after Mum, and that's it. That's my life.
Send an email out. Hi, Steve here. I'm not doing anything. I'm sat in the room looking after you.
I had a wank on Tuesday.
I had a wank on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Very good one. By the way, Billy Dar's got another product named after a star sign or something coming out. Are you interested? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just got into the habit now of. I mean, I go through little phases of creation and stuff. So I've always got my own stuff, and I'd rather promote my own stuff above other people's anyway.
Well, that's true. That's true. And I'm about a quarter of a way through a product that will start to get done properly next week. And, I made £1,000 last month. So on top of the previous launch, that's fine. I'm happy with that. That's good. So, it's.
But I mean,
just-
if you look at Munchai at the moment, I mean,
it's empty. Isn't it? Well, I mean, it's not empty,
Yeah.
but
in fact,
although they say people don't buy over the summer months or late spring and
people,
summer, but then
there
there's
is
not-
definitely a downturn, Easter break, spring
Sure.
break, and stuff. But people still spend money, and it isn't that there aren't launches; it's just there aren't anything. There's nothing any good.
I mean, I've launched stuff over that time, and it does okay. It's not the worst time to launch. I see Sean Donahue's got something coming out, but
Yeah, it's got
I don't
an
know what
amusing
it is.
name, but I haven't really bothered looking into it. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we?
We know most of it will suck, but you never know your luck. So let's dig through the lies. What's launching on Munchai? What's launching on Munchai?
So, what is launches on Munchai then? Here we go. Yeah, Sean Donahue's got this thing that's got the funny 4 candles name.
4 candles, yeah.
4 candles formula, 3-day masterclass.
Any market's $20 front end.
Yeah, it just when I see 3-day masterclass, I'm immediately I don't have 3 fucking days. That's a lot of time.
I mean, a lot of people you just want the thing now, don't you? That's what the
Yeah.
thing is. Yellow brick formula. I've heard of that. That was something Sharks, offline Sharks product. I think.
Yeah. Our previous offer converted in. Okay. 10 grand price pool. Fucking hell.
Oh, is this all about trading? Because he was doing a big thing on trading. He did a whole webinar on trading.
I honestly don't know. Because I mean,
I
let's
just
see.
Scroll down. There's signal images.
It
Yeah.
is about trading.
We got a sales page anywhere? No. 3-day live sprint. Go live, welcome for a revolutionary approach to online business.
We're going to teach your audience how to trade in a new and unique way that makes it accessible to anyone. Most people have a warped belief that trading is complex or difficult. That's
Okay. For the average person, I don't care what you say and what the system is. Trading's gambling. The end.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I don't promote gambling, so I promote business stuff and marketing related stuff. Which you could argue some of that's a bit of a gamble, but
And if it's crypto trading, the gambling is even rigged.
yeah.
Mm.
I see someone else, people still cashing in on the Bible Christian, whatever it is, market. I think that's almost been beaten to death now.
No. Small products. $5 max. Sells well.
AI sign. I mean, it always sounds boring as fuck as well. Oh, I'm Review Squad have been hitting me up, and I haven't looked yet
Right.
because it was on Zoom. I mean, that doesn't put me off. I will promote stuff on Zoom, but like it immediately scores lower down my list. Music Hero AI generate. I mean, I just see stuff like this and go, why? Why do you need this? There's Udio. There's all these other people that are real market leaders, and you're a couple of hack marketers. You're going to come along and do a better product? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
And not only
Let's
that,
see what- Oh, great. Sales pages not found. Excellent. This launches in a couple of fucking days.
yeah, let's not have a sales page. That's
Launches tomorrow. You still not got a preview yourself. Maybe we can get to it if we do this. Have a look. What's this? Oh, yeah. Don't show that again. Don't really care. I don't launch products on this thing, so. Get approved. Grab the product page.
there you go.
Music here. So they haven't linked it from their JV, but attention to detail, guys. Come on. Right. Music AI generates mesmerizing music. Well, like all the other things do. Okay.
And the other things can be free as well. You don't have to pay for a lot of the other stuff. And if you're only
absolutely.
a casual user, you know.
Oh, look. This is the advantage of music, just showing you music with and without video. Well, that's obvious. I mean, that's not your product. That's just using music.
That's yeah.
Let's have a quick listen to a sample. Yeah, that's right. I mean, what's this import? Oh, that's to win a copy. You've got to go on the web. I was going to say, what do you mean?
Kind of live training. Yeah.
So this launches tomorrow. There's no buy buttons. It's not really a finished sales page at the moment, to be honest. But select keyword, let AI do everything and download and use it. So what are the price points on this thing? 37, 8 other products in the funnel. So, oh right. If you want to use it commercially, that's a different license. Oh no, that's this one. Sorry, that's the front end. That's okay. Fucking scam. All inclusive bundle deal. Indicating that what? And then there's a fast pass, and then there's an agent. Then there's a pro. God, I don't know. Yeah, but it's just I don't see that sort of product really doing well.
There's a couple of things. I think called Music Gen. There's a couple. One called Refusion. They're all available to download and use for free.
Yep.
So I imagine what we're seeing there is a front end to one of those things.
Yes.
So there's no guarantee that it'll be anywhere near as good as the stuff that you've already used on the internet, which are more refined and they don't rely on somebody else's system.
Stephanie Hayes, never heard of her. Boostify. Also tomorrow, allegedly.
It's a
Right.
Pinterest system, and Stephanie Hayes is the daughter of Anthony Hayes, you have probably heard of.
Oh, right. You're going on 3 people's list because it's actually Fergal, Max G.
Fergal Downs.
So if you buy this, you will get a lot of email. 100% on the front
True.
end because they're only interested in building the list. It's a list grab. Simple yet powerful Pinterest thing. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, meh. Yeah, I mean, it
that's
probably
such
but
such an old thing as well. I mean,
White Label Suite Pro.
Yeah, you can white label sweets.
With
Boiled,
boiled
licorice,
sweet,
anything
yeah.
you want.
It's revolutionary. You
Yeah.
get access to our best-selling website database. What?
Well,
Rebrand.
what does that mean?
I don't know. 3 easy steps. Log in to our database. Choose what you want, whether it's a website. So it's a web builder, maybe?
Maybe.
That's
Maybe
it.
it's
That's
three.
all the
Maybe
website.
maybe it's 3 web building scripts from Code Canyon under one roof, and now it's a suite.
Probably.
Log in.
Real estate, e-commerce, interior. I'm sorry, but I would not trust them with an e-commerce website.
I mean, I love that. How's this got get? Is this must be on Zoom because there's no way this get through Warrior Plus's compliance. I mean, it's like bullshit from the get go.
It is on Warrior Plus.
Well, Warrior Plus in their terms say you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But your 3 steps away, go. Let's see.
White Label Suite Pro is your all-in-one, ready-to-sell website business that you can.
Yeah, it's just a web builder agency, web builder thing that makes, sites that aren't as good as the one Tom Clark made for free using Replit this week.
That was a good site. That was a nicely.
Yeah. For something that was done in under 2 hours, it was really good. Yeah. Well,
I have to say, I have seen it before because it is the standard layout that AI does when you do it. But still, there's a lot of people who could benefit with a site like that.
you got loads of people I wouldn't promote for in a million years anyway. Well, Gary Baker's got. Let's have a look at what he's got coming out. He does some okay stuff. Brett Ingram I don't know what Brett Ingram's up to these days. Let's have a look.
That Brett Ingram one doesn't have a link if you click on it.
Oh, brilliant.
So that, I imagine, is something that he put in there a little while ago.
Confirmed. Details
God,
coming
okay.
soon. Well, you're 3 days out from launch. You better get a move on. This is Gary Limebreaker's.
More prompt stuff.
Okay. Important.
10 ready to sell high demand digital tools with full PLR rights.
Okay, let's have a look at the sales.
Tools ideas, not the tools itself. You have to build the tools from the ideas and the prompts and all that.
Oh, hold on. What's that? Oh, it's 2009 on the phone. They want their web design back. I don't mind playing stuff like this. I think it often sells well, but it's just too much text in this day and age. Here comes Dan. Hello, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hello.
We're just
Hello.
Looking at people's sales pages.
taking a trip to Munchai Island to see what's launching and what most of it.
Fuck all. I could tell you that.
And I just thought I'd look at this because I like Gary, but I don't like the sales page. It's fucking awful. Look at that's hideous.
Is that a sales page or a JV page? Sales, is it?
Sales page. That's the sales
Lord.
page.
And look who it is. We haven't seen this man for a while. It's
Hello.
Evan.
God, it's been a long time.
A quick look inside.
How are
Not-
you, everyone?
We're
Good,
doing
thanks.
good.
How are you?
Good to see
Alive.
you guys. I am definitely live and kicking.
I mean, I wouldn't waste any time driving traffic to that. All right, that's enough, Manchai. Basically, we can't find anything worth promoting as usual, so you might as well not bother. That's our tip of the week.
Top
Uh,
takeaway. Top takeaway.
Might end up doing Neil Napier's thing, but I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, what's he got coming out? Didn't see that on there.
It's called
Is
Quick
he still-
VSL, and it's an AI-powered VSL creator. I'd need to see it because
Yeah.
you know what those kind of things are like. But with his stuff, at least you get some idea that it's going to be supported for.
Yeah, with
certain
Neil
time.
Napier stuff, I'm always up for looking at it because I mean some of it I think I don't like and I think that's terrible and I won't promote it. I wouldn't slag it off. It's not that it's bad,
No.
bad. Because I just think this isn't well executed. It could be done better. And then other stuff is absolutely on the money.
Yes. Yeah.
But that is as is the life of a real developer. He's not writing
Sure,
this
of
stuff
course it is.
himself. You're outsourcing, you're using coders.
Mm.
Not everything you produce is going to be gold.
And he's already got the full suite of all of the kind of the top products that we all, want to create,
Yeah.
right? He's got the page builder. He's got an email
Yeah.
platform. He's already got all of those kind of
But
big
you'll get
mass
support.
market products.
You will be supported because Neil Napier's in it long haul, and it always
Oh,
has
yeah.
been. He's never run from
I mean-
a product. He's never,
He produced that thing, Content Gorilla.
That's
5
been
years
a
ago.
great seller for me.
It's
I
been a
saw-
brilliant seller. For every time I promoted it, it sold quite well. But not only that, he's
Oh,
still
my
going.
God.
He's still supporting it. I mean,
Well, I think,
Hey,
I
Tom.
think we're approaching the world record for Friday Night Marketing Raw. With that 7 on screen.
7.
Yeah. I think we normally only at 6 at the very most. So there you go. Smashing records. And
I must
So what was,
admit that
what was the top takeaway then? There's still nothing launching, is that? Because I haven't even been on One Shine about 2 weeks.
honestly, the top takeaway was the only things that I would consider promoting because the vendor and the product are probably good. The sales page lets it down so badly, I wouldn't waste my time. And the stuff that's got good sales pages is obviously shite because it's, Neon from Billy Dar. Well, I don't even need to look to know that's going to be terrible.
But it'll be the world's first. We know that.
Well, we don't know yet because even though it's about 3 or 4 days out, there's nothing. It's just we've confirmed it. There's no JV page, sales page, anything.
Should I
So,
see if he's been in my inbox?
See if he's hit you up about Neon because that's what it's called. And if you got a JV doc, see if you can tell us what it is. I do suspect my guess, Neon. Okay, the world's first AI. Something to do with video.
Well, I haven't heard from him since Tuesday, so I hope he's still alive. It's
maybe
unusual.
he's
I haven't had him in my inbox for a couple of days. But the last was 500 plus
It's been-
sales closing
it's been
tonight.
quite
Please
sunny,
email 3
and
times
vampires
today.
don't like the sun very much.
What was that for, though? That's not Neon. Was that not?
400 copies sold. Traffic AI.
AI. That was one we.
Traffics with an X.
Yeah, we looked at that a couple of weeks ago. It's something to do with podcasts.
I ain't got a fucking clue, but they've sold 500 copies plus. Please mail 3 times. I love it when he says possible to push again. Dude, I haven't
haven't
even looked.
Yeah,
Done it
you
once,
can't do
yeah.
something again if you haven't done it once.
But I
That's just-
think, honestly,
But
I
it's
just
possible.
think they're all copy and paste anyway, because I just looking back, how many launch? We're only on the 2nd of May, and he had a launch
Yeah.
that's just happened. And then before that, there was one on the 15th of April he was messaging about me to promote. That was Cash AI. And then what was before that? 25th of, he launches about every 2.5 weeks. That's mad.
Yeah, it is. It is. But,
Has
I mean,
anyone
it's
ever
making
bought
you
one
have
of his
to get someone
products?
else to.
I'm interested to buy one because I'd love to see
I've-
what his back
I've
end
had
is.
review access to it a few times.
No, I
Just-
want to see the back end process of what is he putting? Is he got a high ticket? Is he
Oh,
putting
sure.
us on a
Sure,
webinar?
I'll take $1 or something and buy one now.
You don't even have to buy one. All you have to do is go into one of his JV docs, and he gives
Oh, yes.
away as bonuses products from 3 times ago. When you go and claim those, you end up on his list, and you'll also see the upsell pro or bits of it in there anyway. But they're all shit.
Just interested to see what he's doing with all those leads. I mean, obviously they're not exactly going to be top quality, are they? But
No, well, basically, he just keeps selling them more shit and more shit and more shit. And then, yeah, he's got high ticket offers on there somewhere. I don't know what they are these
I
days.
did see someone sent. Well, it might have been you, Steve. Was it you who sent me the?
I sent you the
the ad
thing.
he was running.
Yes, I sent it to
Ah,
Andy. as
you-
well.
yeah, Steve.
That was a real surprise because I wasn't. Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting to see his face.
You
at
were
all.
hoping not to see his
But
face. There's a difference.
I do. I like Instagram for going through it and not looking at other people's pictures, but looking at the ads they serve you, because that's really. I just, for some reason, I just find it really interesting. And that one came up, and I thought, well, that looks a bit shit. I'll click on it, and it was Billy Dar, and yeah, it was a bit of a surprise that he was doing that, because it didn't feel like the sort of thing that he would do, if you see what I mean. I've always thought that selling by ads, there's a
might
different
just be an
mentality to
affiliate.
it.
Is it not just an affiliate, maybe,
Well-
running an ad campaign?
Well, I'm not sure, but have you been in touch with Declan Mack at all recently in the last couple of months?
No.
Because he's doing something with someone else who's, I can't remember, where they are setting up ads for you. And I'm wondering if Billy Dar has got caught up with that,
maybe.
and they're doing the ads for them, perhaps. But...
I can tell you because we've been closing. We've got a client right now that has an ad agency. It's really it's a messaging agency more than an ad agency because the way in which they do it. And so we've been doing quite a lot for them in stuff, and it's all B2B. But I can tell you now that a lot of those ads that they're kind of running that are at, $3 products, $5, $7 products.
Mm-hmm.
They have to have something beefy behind them because they're just not they're not profitable. You can't run.
Yeah.
The only way would be if he's retargeting his own people who've come to his page, and it could be that the few of them that sort of all promote each other's launches. It might be that he's got a little pixel on all of those pages, and we have looked at one here. Somebody else's, he's just pixeled.
We do look at his pages here, so yeah, it's entirely possible. But I don't quite know how that works anymore because of the restrictions on pixels that they've got now. So, although if anyone's going to go against, what you
if
should
anyone's
be doing,
figured
you
it
would
out.
expect it. Yeah. So, but no, I thought that was interesting to see again somebody in our space who has got an advert running. And
there's quite a few
still
people actually in our space that have ads. There's quite a few, but they're on for their high ticket stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the front end stuff. And yet, I've seen a lot of $7 ads. Although most of the $7 ads, they tend to be continuity things. So it'll be $7 a month for whatever, or it'll be $37, $47, $57, which is getting into the self-funding ad stuff. So yeah, but yeah, interesting.
I see. There's been a bit of interesting results coming out from the UK by the looks of it. Reform looks like they've done all right, haven't they, at the ballot box?
They did all right somewhere. Other places
well.
not as good, but I mean, everything's just swing politics now, so it's either left or right. Nothing.
Yeah, the big news actually isn't Reform; it's Labour. I've just got it up here with 23 councils. So short into a run, they've gone down to 99, which is ridiculous, really. If you think that they got in with a massive majority, they're now the fourth party in that list, which is
the Lib Dems did quite well as well, didn't they? They picked up a lot.
Lib Dems did very, very well. Yeah, very well.
The problem is we had the last lot in who just kept doing ridiculous shit, and now we've got a lot in that just are doing nothing.
Peppa Pig. Fuck off.
They're still doing ridiculous shit, and then occasionally we see Ed Davey doing a bungee jump or something like that. And that's the Lib Dems.
That's the only reason we have the Lib Dems. That is for the entertainment factor, isn't it? I mean,
I mean, they used to be a serious political party, but Jesus Christ,
it is just the stuff. I mean, it's sad, is what it is, because it is like it's like your dad trying to be cool at a dance. That's what Ed Davey is, right? So, and I'm sure as a politician, he's probably fine. But am I going to take anything that twat says seriously when it's like, today I'm out flopping ice creams on my head? No,
that's it. Not anymore, is it? Any sort of political goodwill that he had, it's kind of gone by the fact that he's
even during the election, it was there's the Tories going Labour are shit. There was Labour going the Tories are shit, and the Liberals were just going, I'm in a canoe.
Yeah, yeah. But did you see all the messaging from Labour this time? Didn't mention the Tories at all. No, that's not true. It mentioned the Tories once when it said, if you vote Tory, you'll get reform. Otherwise, it was all about reform.
And I don't think
Whole
that's
campaign.
true. I think if you vote Conservative, you will probably get Labour, because I think that what you've got is
Unlikely.
Conservatives are disappearing. They're going Lib Dem and Labour, Lib Dem and Reform.
And reform.
I don't think Lib Dem can do it. So I think it's going to be, if you want your vote to count, you probably need to give give Reform a go. You know?
What we will see
It's one
is
of those
the right
two
will
sides of
get
the same
more
cheek
right,
thing.
and the left will get more left, is what will happen.
Yeah.
And
'cause
where
at the
have we
moment,
seen
we
that
have-
before?
Well, yes, exactly. What we've got at the moment are this sort of two sides of the same cheek problem, where it doesn't matter really if you vote Conservative or Labour. You're basically going to get the same policies. There'll be some tinkering around the edges, but the process might be a bit different. But basically, the same thing is going to happen, and that's why Farage has been able to come in and do what he's done, because there's a.
I think he
massive
will be
amount
the
of
next
people who go,
Prime
hang on, we
Minister."
don't want this. He
Yeah.
might be.
If I
It
had
might be
to
by
bet
default, I think.
and
by
put
the
my
time
money
we
with
get
it,
there.
not necessarily what I would vote with, not necessarily what I think is
No.
better. If I had to put money on it, who I think might get
Yeah.
the job next, it would go with Farage. I think.
He's probably, because I mean, let's face it. No
Who
one
is
ever
the
thought,
Conservative
no one ever
person?
thought Trump would get in a second time in America. And look at that, But anyway,
Yeah.
Did you see Trump selling 2028 hats? Did you see that? Trump 2028. Did you see he started selling
Oh
those
yeah,
hats?
yeah.
Oh, God.
Did you see the price of those hats? $50.
$50.
That's because
Made-
they made
made
Is he
in
going to try
China.
for a third term? I mean, it's a
$3.99.
massive constitutional change, but is he going to try for a third term, do you think?
Well, he's
Or is he
he's
just gonna
never
hand it
answered
over
the
to-
question. They've always said,
No.
it's a two-tier system. This is the constitution. It's all. This is your last term, and he's always just deflected. Rather than any
Yeah.
normal person in that role would go, yeah, of course it is. This is my last term, and they asked him about whether or not they thought J.D. Vance was going to be the nominee in 2028, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not sure at this stage what's going to happen." Well, usually you bring on a VP who you want to groom into being the presidential candidate,
Exactly.
right? That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
usual thing. But
anyway,
Nothing worse about him.
the question everyone really comes here to get answered is this one.
Has George Wigan given David Kirby his money back yet?
Of course not. And that was
Has George Wigan given David Kirby his money back yet?
But come back next week and we'll ask again. It'll be the same answer, but hey, a feature's a feature.
That's why they
So,
call it a
Evelyn,
magazine
good to
show.
see you. What have you been up to?
Good to see you guys. Yeah, I'm pretty busy. Kind of.
I know you're still doing a lot of, because you do a live most nights, don't you, for No Limit emails?
Yeah, I do every night, at least one live.
Yeah.
Sometimes couple. Yeah, networks are growing, building stuff, modernizing things, and new version of No Limit email should be a lot more interesting kind of tool.
Cool.
Pretty busy, developing a lot of different kind of side gigs and all that kind of things. Expanding a little bit, kind of going for bigger and bigger companies, like with contracts, because of the infrastructure stuff we built. So really not depending on that much of a Warrior Plus type sales.
Yeah. Oh, if you want, I mean, seriously, if you want to make the good business to business selling is definitely where to go if you want to make bigger money. It's just
that's what we're doing, like really on contract.
Process to break into it. That's all. I had a friend of mine used to publish a report every year it was a PDF, and companies like British Aerospace paid him over $1,000 a year to get the updates.
Right.
The fucking PDF. And it was customer loyalty data. And all he did was curate the data and the latest relevant facts and present it in a report. And all of these like top bods at British Airways, where they had the loyalty department or whatever, they would buy it because it would give them all the research in one thing. They didn't care about paying $1,000. Like if you would have put that in front of a regular customer and said that information's $1,000, it's not worth $1,000 to them, but to a corporation, that data properly presented is worth a fucking fortune. And they would buy multiple licenses. They would say, "Oh, we need 10 copies for our department." They would sell multiple copies.
Well, I've been kind of just approaching companies that doing between $5 to $50 million a year, and setting up that kind of infrastructure for them for a similar thing what we're doing with no limit emails. So it's been pretty productive, like really been very, very busy
Cool.
since like January, just nonstop. Every couple of days we sign in some new companies on contract, normally on 3 to 5 years contracts, not like just kind of one type of pay and go type of thing. Normally, obviously long commitment, like most big companies want a long commitment, and we try to give them that long commitment, and this is what we've been doing. So far it's really doing well. And the new kind of stuff that we want to do for kind of be public, obviously we want to have a little bit better infrastructure, legal infrastructure, well as kind of like a board and all that kind of thing. So that's what we're working on, legal side.
I find that stuff boring as fuck. I know some of it needs to be done, but I outsource that fucking shit.
Well, for us, this need to be done in order to really kind of get really big, juicy contracts. Because obviously, like every company that we approach currently, this is like first thing they're asking, okay, like what's your company structure? What's your security? What's your insurance like? If we're going to trust you guys do this, what's the insurance you're going to provide? So on that sense, like that's what we kind of currently developing different things for different companies.
Yeah, that's the other thing about business to business. There's a lot more red tape.
A lot more, and also like when you kind of try to really cater for the companies doing like really high level of kind of return, like obviously transactions, the data is more kind of valuable than just like say blank cold outreach data that I could get reach out. So obviously they pay decent money for the kind of, let's say, infrastructure security, one thing, well as something that they can have a control of it. And so this is what we've been kind of expanding on. It's been really, really good kind of like direction, as really we don't want many kind of really spammy people on the network. But the current setup that we do maybe even allows some people actually can just do normal marketing stuff. So the new setup is a little bit, let's say, like onboarding like normal email autoresponder with onboard people, or log in one page. But then if they want the private structure built for different like what we do, then they have to do the contract, or they can just use shared pool IPs, like let's say Aweber. We clearly say, hey, you're going to be part of this pool, and this pool, this many people in there. If you want to count, you can utilize type thing, kind of upfront, based on what we're doing. So far, it's been really, really good, like very productive couple of years. We're still kind of learning and building, and as you know, it's like never-ending thing. It's just evolving from basically day-to-day type thing. I've been pretty happy, like doing some, obviously, like new direction to get a little bit better clients and have a big chunk of money, like instead of like relying on basically, let's say, $100 a month or $200 a month, because that's what the front end is like. And currently the contract side is really a lot more different. You know, we have people like companies like Reuters uses us, like Yahoo Finance uses us now, and things like that.
Very nice. So what would be the kind of minimum amount of send to make sense into having your own IP and your own infrastructure like that?
In our case, literally endless, limitless. Like you can send millions, 2 million, 10 million, 100 million is up to you, depending on really the IP pool that you have and the need that you have. So you could send 100,000 emails or you could send 100 million emails. To us, it's just the same.
So if we were sending 500,000 emails a month, something like that, would that make more sense being on something like you guys do rather than being on, say, Aweber or something like that?
Well, yeah, because like system like us, you have a control of that. Like Aweber is not going to give you that control. And plus in Aweber, you cannot really segment your list. You cannot really separate what's what. So you being chopped, like let's say you got a list of 500,000 people, is only just one list. And in this case, you can split that to that list to hundreds of lists.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. So the level wise, I don't know. I have not seen anybody that got the Aweber sends 500,000 emails. Nobody. Show me one account that's got Aweber can send 500,000 emails a month. They don't exist. So like in our case, is something price wise, Aweber will charge you probably $3,000 to $5,000 a month for that kind of thing. In our case, it will be like less than $200.
Are you still building off the same framework that you?
Yeah, same framework. But the new setup, the new development stuff that we've been working on is totally different. We also integrate basically, let's say, finding leads, and obviously verifying and everything else all in the one dash, including even stores. Like you can actually just launch a store connected to Printify or something like that. So literally all in one, you could say, marketing kind of CRM with, imagine that literally putting email and Shopify together in a way,
Mm-hmm.
and as well as something like Apollo or a Sales Navigator that you can get free public data or free registered public company data from different kind of databases, and people can search and add basically. So that's what we've been working on, new stuff.
Very good.
I mean, I can show you some like new stuff that I'm working on. I'm sure you guys kind of will be impressed.
Yeah, go on, we'll have a look. Because I know Dan's used a lot of mail systems, so I'd be interested to get Dan's thoughts on this.
Share, present, right? What do we do? Share screen, right?
If you, I'll have to edit him. So if you present, it should appear for me in a minute.
1 second.
And I'll rearrange us all on screen so that we can see good. Right, hang on. Yeah, it's coming in now.
So you probably can see now.
1 sec. It'll appear for me in a moment, and then I'll be able to add it. Here we go. And then if I do this to get us all out of the way, actually, we might be better off all down the bottom or something. Do that. Okay, so this is that. I tell you what, that looks a million times better than the page you used to wrap up. That actually looks like a professional mail company now.
Right, yeah, exactly. So this is what we've been building so far.
So, and then,
yeah, absolutely, yeah, that's our direction. Like that's what where we're going.
And what's the back
so, and here
end
you
like?
can see like we have email and stores. Yeah.
Can you log in and show us the dashboard?
You got cut off.
Oh, did I? Am I still here?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
like I can. I'm already logged in, so I can show you the dashboard.
Cool.
So on the dashboard, you have like this part, something like this. You have basically your email campaign, subscribe me, email templates, RSS, webhooks, email verification, obviously affiliate program, and payment and account settings.
And is it
And
credit based? Is it?
yeah, credit pays, like you could pay as you go, depending on obviously level you want with this. And then the email side of stuff, the stuff that I've been working on, we're doing something like, if I go to on email itself. So in here you can see you have a domains, you can add a domain, you can select the IPs, you can obviously check the campaigns, you can create lists and automate, and as well as you have a B2B leads and directories that you can get leads from.
Yeah.
And then obviously we have this templates and templates design and stuff. When you select template, the interesting thing about this setup is, like, if I go to setting, so it doesn't matter what content you put it on your email, obviously with the help of AI engine and back end of this, it will also kind of predict where your email will land, either inbox or spam or promotional tab. And according to that you can basically adjust your content before you send. That's the kind of basically before we don't have this kind of stuff. Obviously on the store side, you literally is integrated. You can manage store, and you can create and add 2 types of products, physical and digital. And you can also basically add a connection auto-connected to a printify providers, like print-on-demand providers. Quite a few of them has already been connected to it. That's kind of really the difference between current setup that we have and this one. So obviously we are taking direction to go kind of like the corporate ways, and this is what currently we are being working with. So I can show you a little bit more in here. For example, if you're going to select domains, in here you just add your domain, you verify, the site automatically will generate all your DKIM and SPF and everything else, and you're good to go. Then you can select your IP pools. You have 2 options. If you have a company that you want to share IPs, that you can share it with your company. And if you want dedicated IPs, then you just select your dedicated IPs. And what has been kind of obviously is up to you how many you can add now, not just we give you. And B2B leads, you can basically search based on keywords and company size and location and find the
This
leads.
looks loads different to the last time we saw it. I'll say that much for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this is basically another one is basically we have the full on directory. And as you can see, the places that we can get data from. So you have Open Corporate, SAG-AFTRA, European Register, Dun & Bartlett's, UK Company House, and quite a few more. And then we can add more, obviously, as time goes. And you go in here, obviously, you look for the details. It will give you the company details and emails and phone number. And you simply just add your list and add it to the list and send email. So literally it's all in one place that you can instantly almost launch a digital product or physical product that obviously you have now data there. It's just you don't have to actually have any list. Like before, we kind of asking people to have a list. In this case, we eliminating that.
Very good.
So this is what's going on, what we've been busy, basically. A lot more different than what it is now, obviously, because we are now kind of literally attracting like a little bit high-end clients. So they will asking us, hey, you need to move to a different direction, and according to the advice we get, and this is basically kind of end product of what we already have, and obviously future look.
So have you got quite a lot of custom coding? I'll put us back all on screen now. Have you done quite a lot of custom coding then on top of the open source thing?
Yeah, absolutely. What you see in here, I coded this all myself.
Cool.
And so far, last 3-4 months I've been working on, obviously with my partner too. And yeah, like currently the open source stuff, we're still not going to kind of get rid of that because it has better security kind of infrastructure. And even the people, let's say somebody had our old counts, all they have to do is literally where this says add the domain, they add that extended URL to it, and that will be kind of linked to this.
Cool.
So integrated, basically, because we don't want to really lose our old systems. They are kind of mature, been running for, I mean, I have a site, basically, I send tens of millions of emails to it. I don't want to lose that site. That IP is well matured, can handle millions of emails.
Sure.
And that's why, same as our clients, we don't want to really lose them. This is what we're looking for, like, next couple of years, see what we can do.
So is this the version you're now shipping as standard?
This will be the standard public corporate website for us, yeah. Like, eventually, obviously, we will move away from Warrior Plus and all that, so we don't want to kind of be in any place near that. But for now, we just, obviously, Warrior Plus still active and still kind of does some affiliates and distribution stuff. That's the reason why we're still there, to be honest.
And so do I have to have a subscription and then pay for credits as well, or?
No, like the current system that we run is not like kind of this point system. This point system, when our corporate page go live, will be on the corporate page. But we also have that Warrior Plus deal, which is kind of really separate infrastructure that we set up with open source back and obviously Moetic and everything else. So they'll be still available.
So that's a different system.
Totally different, yeah. Yeah, totally different.
Right. Okay. So what you just showed us then isn't actually available on Warrior Plus right now.
No, it's
That's
not.
something different.
It's not
Okay.
not available to the world yet. Like, we have not really launched this yet.
So this is pre-launch. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, like, I'm just like, basically this is kind of our corporate page. Currently it's just landing page, like says put your email in here. So eventually this will replace that. But obviously the offer we have in Warrior Plus, it will stay Warrior Plus. We're not thinking to remove it. The infrastructure that we built with the current offer that is in Warrior Plus, totally different. Because
Show me the Warrior Plus one. Let's have a look at the what. Can I promote that? Like, is this still a thing? Show me the Warrior Plus one. What's that one look like?
Yeah, just go put it in Google in your end. get.nolimitemails.com should redirect you there.
Do you want to bring it up on screen, Andy?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to navigate to.
I've got it here, I think. I can.
Let's go in there
I
now.
mean,
Yeah,
100,000, 250,000 emails, 1 million or unlimited emails.
Mm-hmm. The way setup works, you basically put your domain to the Cloudflare and give us Cloudflare login detail for that domain you want to use. And we set up the back end according to the package you have, and you go ahead and upload your leads and send emails.
And so who's warming up these IP addresses?
We already pre-warm up every.
You've warmed them up, okay.
Yeah, like every IP that we activate for systems that got to go live is already kind of warmed up.
Cool.
Whoops, I don't need to be showing the wrong screen.
That's the basically Warrior Plus page.
Nice.
To be honest, it's like, I mean, the shittiest page ever. I mean, we always have shit page, but really the product itself is kind of like not shit. It works pretty well.
Cool.
Last 5 years we've been doing it. Last 5 years, really, downtime has been combination of all 5 years, less than 24 hours, which is sometimes just for upgrades and updates and things like that. Sometimes cyber security prevention, maybe we shut the incoming traffic and things like that. Beside that, server's always been on.
Very good, very good.
It's all about volume and numbers.
Did you decide where you were moving to, Steve? Because I know you were mentioning about finding a new home.
Well, I don't think I am at the moment, but it's. I suppose it's one of those things I'm always looking out for. In the long run, at some point I'll go, oh right, now it's time to bite the bullet and press the button and move. But right now comfortable enough with what I'm.
Mind
I
you,
just-
right now, there's nothing to email anyway, is there? So what does it
No.
matter?
No, exactly. But what I do still want is a couple of different options for people who are brand new to it, because that's part of the
Aweber
next
took
product.
away the free trial, the free
They
tier.
did. Mhm.
And that really peeved me off, because in all
They're
of
not
my
the only
games,
ones. A lot of them
No,
have taken off
no.
their free tiers as well.
they're all run the same way. So remember when Aweber had said, right, well, it's now, you get 8x or 10x or 12x the email sends, right?
Yeah.
You started seeing
Hi, Chris.
who's come to say hello. They're all going that way. They're all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I
I can only assume that there's extra costs at the moment because of.
think it's just to
extra
squeeze
electricity
every
costs, I
penny
think.
they can get out of people. I think
Yeah.
more than anything.
Is it Halloween or something? Because also zombies from the past are showing up.
I know. Weird, isn't it?
Hello, Chris.
If you're watching on YouTube, you're not anymore. Bye. Right.